What if I told you you're only one decision away from a completely different life? How do I know? Because that's exactly what happened to me back in 2016 when I found myself in the bookstore Barnes & Noble. But this video isn't about me or my story. You can check out some of the other videos on my channel to learn a little bit more about me. But first, my name is Michael Kelly. I am the founder of Ads and Funnels. If this is your first time here, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. The more people we can get my videos in front of, the bigger the impact I can make. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can create your life by design. I'm going to walk you through a simple exercise that is going to allow you to start creating the life, the business, the relationships, the health, the body, everything that you have ever wanted in life. I will show you how to create it in this video by following one simple exercise. So let's get into it. Perfect. So this is the identity blueprint method. It's how to design your dream life. Step one is dream life visualization. You want to imagine your ideal life 5 years from now. You want to consider the home you want to live in, your work or company that you want to build, your relationships, your health. Like, what do you really want to look like? And then you want to go into your finances, your personal growth. You want to get vivid imagery when you're writing these down. You don't want to just say, I want to live in a mansion. You want to say, I want a 6,500 square foot house. I want it to have 13 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a pool in the back with a beautiful garden, a tennis court, and you want to get as visual as possible when you're writing these down. So that way, when the universe starts doing its magic and doing its thing, it can really start guiding you and opening up these possibilities that, aren't there when you don't have that clear image of what you want. Number two is the identity architect. So this is where you want to choose 3, maybe 5 people who embody the aspects of your dream life. For each, you want to know what are their key traits, what are their habits, what are their mindsets. This is just a couple simple little examples. You do want to go a little bit more in depth on these, just so that way, again, it's just very vivid. You can see it, you can feel it. When you go and do one of the exercises later on, you can actually visualize it in your brain as you're going through and just doing it. So example number 1 is Elon Musk. So his traits are innovative, he's ambitious, and he's resilient. His habits are continuous learning, long work hours, and just risk taking. His mindset is think big and embrace failure as learning. And the second example I wanted to use was Mel Robbins. Her traits are motivational. She's action-oriented and authentic. The habits that she has is using the 5-second rule, practicing mindfulness, and setting clear intentions. Intentions are huge. I've been reading the book Intentions by Wayne Dyer over the last couple of days, and it is just one of the most eye-opening books that I have ever read. So I do recommend checking that out. And then mindset, if you have the courage to start, you have the courage to succeed. Your life comes down to your decisions. And if you change your decisions, you'll change everything. Just like I said in the beginning of this video, what if only one decision could change the trajectory of your entire life? That's exactly one of the big mindset shifts that Mel Robbins believes in. Step 3 is your identity gap. This is where you want to start rating yourself 1 to 10 in key areas of your life. And look, it's okay if you're at a 1 in relationships or if you're at a 1 in career satisfaction. You want to be honest with yourself right now, because if you're not honest with yourself, then you won't be able to continue to start growing and you won't be able to get to where you want to go. And then after you rate all of those 1 to 10, next we will go into identifying the biggest gaps between your current and desired state. So when I first got into personal development, entrepreneurship, and stuff like that, I was a high school dropout. I was smoking weed 24/7. And I was high when I went to sleep. I'd get high right when I woke up. I would just do all of these things that were taking me further and further away from where I wanted to go, instead of focusing on the things that, I needed to do to get to where I wanted to go. It was just this continuous cycle of just fuck up after fuck up after fuck up. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that it all came down to finding that one book in Barnes & Noble. And that book was Mindset by Carol Dweck. I'm not going to bore you with that story. You can go check out some of my other videos. I do talk about it in there, but really being able to change my mindset, being able to look at all the areas of my life that I was failing, but not seeing those as failures, seeing those as an opportunity to get better, to start improving. And that's why you want to start identifying the biggest gaps between your current state and your desired state. Then you want to choose 2 to 3 focus areas, so that way you can really start making your identity shift. You don't want to go and do this just all at once and go balls to the wall, because that is where you are going to fuck up. You're not going to be able to be that person that you want to be, and it's going to really start weighing against you, and you're going to start getting discouraged, and you're just going to hit one roadblock after another. And I like to look at it this way. So when I wanted to start waking up earlier, I didn't just go balls to the walls. I didn't just say, okay, I'm getting up at 8 o'clock right now. I want to get up at 6 o'clock. So let's set the alarm for 6 o'clock. I tried that in the beginning and I fucking failed. I was groggy throughout my day. I was pissy. I did not want to be up. So what I started doing is every 2 weeks, I would set my alarm 15, 20 minutes earlier until I got to where I wanted to go. The same thing as the gym. We see all these people set New Year's resolutions and they'll go for the first couple of days, but then they'll be so sore because they went all in during those days. And guess what? They end up quitting. They stop going. They throw it to the back of their mind and say, I'm really sore today. I'll go tomorrow. And then tomorrow, and then tomorrow, and then tomorrow never comes. So don't try to do this all at once. You want to figure out those 2 to 3 focus areas and really start being able to shift your identity with those. And then step number 4 is your identity experiments. So this is where you're going to design your short-term experiences to, try out on your future self. One example of this is I might be a CEO for a day. I might dress in business attire, make really decisive choices. I might delegate tasks. I might network with other professionals. If you are wanting to focus on your health and your fitness, you might wake up a little bit earlier, like I said, 20 minutes earlier, and you might go and do your morning workout. Again, don't go super hard in the gym if this is your first time going in months. You want to just really start easing into this. You might start preparing healthy meals and snacks, track your daily water intake and all the steps that you're taking. Good thing we have phones which track the steps for you. I actually wear an Oura ring, and I love this thing because it tracks my sleep. It tracks my steps. I can put in my workout, so it tracks the calories burned and all of those really needed things for me to get to where I wanted to be in my health. And then you might read some fitness and nutrition articles daily and then share your progress on social media. And then example number 3 is best-selling author for a month. You might set aside some dedicated writing time each day, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and really just start writing down and being able to start creating that vision that you dream of being that best-selling author. You might create an inspiring workplace for writing. I created this office because I wanted to be able to record videos like this for, people like you who are consuming them. I wanted to just make sure that when I launch my podcast coming up, that I have this space that I can feel proud of, that I can just love being in. I sit here and work all day long, and I just love being in here because I took these steps that I'm teaching you right now in this video. You could join a writing group or find an accountability partner. You could research publishing trends and marketing strategies, attend literary events or webinars, and practice public speaking as if preparing for a book tour. All of these things will let you start embodying who you want to become. And it's just taking these little micro steps forward, because what do we know? Little steps forward equal one big step. I will see if I can find it. If I do, it's going to be right here. There is a meme that talks about, it's two different ladders. It's one with steps that are like really close together, and there's one with steps that are really far, and there's someone just looking up at the step that's so far, and they realize, I can't fucking make it up there. How am I going to get all the way up to that tall step? Because I'm trying to take these huge steps forward, and it's just so overwhelming. And then self-doubt creeps in, and you realize that you're not going to be able to get up there because you didn't break down your goal in small enough steps in order to get to that big goal that you want to get. So think about it. Like, what are the 2 to 3 experiment-based on your focus areas that you want to start living out over the next 30 days, over the next 60 days? And just make sure that there are small enough steps that when you're climbing that ladder and you're doing what you need to do, you are able to actually get to where you want to go. And then step 5 is your environment makeover. You want to audit and align your environment with the desired identity. This could be your physical spaces, your digital environment, your social circles. So you can join, professional networking groups. You can join a mastermind. You can buy into somebody's course and start being part of that community. For digital environments, you might curate inspiring social media feeds. This could be an Instagram page where you're documenting your entire journey and you're just showing people how you're evolving and where you're going. And then physical spaces is creating a productive home office. I followed the physical space right here. I wanted somewhere where I could be productive, where I could create videos, and a place that, again, I could just be proud of. And then number 6 is your identity mantra. This is where you're going to create powerful statements that are embodying your new identity. A formula that I like to follow is I am trait, and trait. I action and action to create the result that I want. An example of this is I am confident, innovative, and compassionate. I lead with vision and empower others to create positive change in the world. And then once we have those identity mantras, one thing I like to do is, as you'll see in the next section, the 30-day challenges, I like to look myself in the mirror every single morning, and I will read the identity mantra out, looking at myself, embodying it, really believing it, which is what I want you to do over the next 30 days. So daily, I want you to look in the mirror and recite your identity mantra. I want you to implement one small aligned action every single day. And then once a week, I want you to conduct one identity experiment, make one environmental change. And then when you end the challenge after the first 30 days, I want you to reflect on the changes. And I want you to just continue to adjust your identity blueprint as needed. And then lastly, I want you to come back to this video and let me know what this did for your life, what this did for your mindset. I can't wait to hear about all the positive impact that this little shift can have inside of your life. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I will leave this document in the comments so that way you can download it. You'll just want to make a copy. You can save it as a PDF and really go all in on this. Really start creating who you want to be. And I can't wait to hear about all of the positive changes that come into your life and just how this impacted you. And I will see you on my next video. And as always, stay hungry, hustle hard, and never give up. Peace.